Today, I want to share with you about the call that is on your life and mine to be witnesses. And our verse for the day comes from Acts chapter 1, verse 8. Very important and really shapes the whole rest of the book of Acts. It's almost the preview, if you will, of what will happen throughout the book of Acts. In Acts 1:8, Jesus says, and this is the risen Christ speaking to his disciples, "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." And the book of Acts is really the unfolding of how we see that happen. A couple important things to me. First of all, when Jesus says you will receive power, that Greek word is dunamos. That's the same word, that root that we get the word dynamite from. So think how much power is in just one stick of dynamite. And then think of Jesus saying, you will receive dunamos when the Holy Spirit has come upon you. Having the power of the Holy Spirit in our lives is how shall we say? I mean, it's basic, it's fundamental. It's the first step to being an effective witness, is having the power of the Spirit. The disciples at this point have spent time with Jesus. They've heard his teaching. They've been through his passion, his crucifixion and resurrection, and they have the power of the Holy Spirit coming to them very soon in the day of Pentecost, in the very next chapter in Acts. The same thing for you and for me. I need to know the story of Jesus, but more than knowing the story of Jesus, I need to know Jesus myself. I need to have a relationship with him that impacts all of my life. And then Jesus tells them that you're going to be my witnesses in Jerusalem, which is where they are. And that's when we think about being a witness. You and I aren't necessarily called to go to the Democratic Republic of the Congo like our guests this past Sunday, Bill and Ann Clemmer. But you and I, every single Christian, is called to be a witness where we live, where we are. And then Jesus says the gospel will move from Jerusalem to all Judea, to Samaria, to the ends of the earth, moving out ever and ever further away from where it began. Think how far we are from Jerusalem. And we are the fruit, if you will, of people being effective witnesses for 2,000 years, moving further and further away from where Jesus died and was raised. So think about finally what it means to be a witness. Too many Christians in our culture seem to see themselves more as either prosecuting attorneys or judges when it comes to unchurched people rather than witnesses. A prosecuting attorney does everything he or she can to point out the guilt and the evil and the faults of a person. A judge renders a verdict with a sentence that's connected to it. Jesus doesn't call you, he doesn't call me to be a prosecuting attorney or a judge. He calls us to be a witness. And what does a witness do? We testify to what we have seen and heard. Be a witness for Jesus today.